All right, so what we're going to do now is go over the idea of reading graphs. How do we read graphs? Now, you can see this in your book from page 400 to page 403. It's a simple topic, and I'm sure that you've already seen this before. We're just going to go through a couple of examples to make sure that you understand it completely. So usually graphs like this are obtained from these tables, but in the test they would not give us this table. This table, you cannot view it in the test, but you see the graph because they give you the graph and they ask you questions about the graph. So let's say someone asks us, how tall was this person when he was 4 years old? How tall was this person when he was 4 years old? So when you go to the graph, you go to years and you go to 4, you go up vertically, you reach here, then you go horizontally to your y-axis, which is your height, and you say that the height is a little bit less than 100. So maybe the height is, I don't know, 88 centimeters maybe. Now, if we look at the graph, at the table, you will see that it is 99, but remember that usually this is not given to us, only this is given to us, and we need to know how to read it. Let's see another example. So let's say the question here is, when did it rain more? When did it rain more? Did it rain more in July 2009, or did it rain more in September 2010? So if we go to 2009, 2009 is this bar that is in blue, and this is July, so it's here. So this is how much it rained in July 2009. And let us try September 2010. So 2010 is the bar in orange, and September is here. So this is how much it rained in September 2010. So as you can see, it rained more in July 2009 than in September 2010. And as I said, this table is usually not given in the test. What they give us is usually the graph. So the example that we saw a while ago, this is called a line graph. The graph is a line graph, whereas the graph that we see here is a bar graph. Another kind of graph is called a pie chart. Now this chart shows the distribution of sales in a shop. So let us forget this for a while. We cannot look at the table. Let us look here. So this shop sold cool drinks and sold sweets. Which did it sell more of? As you can see, this is 36.5%, whereas the sweets, this is 22%. So the sales were more of cool drinks than in sweets. The last graph that we're going to talk about is called a histogram. Now, again, usually the table is not given to us, but the graph is given to us. So these are, for example, the distribution of grades, which means that one person got a grade between 0 and 10. Two persons got grades between 10 and 20. For example, how many persons got a grade between 40 and 50? So this is 40, this is 50. This is how many grades? So 5. So let's say the question is, how many students got a grade between 60 and 80? Between 60 and 70, we have 3. Between 70 and 80, we have 2. So the answer here would be that 5 persons got a grade between 60 and 80. So it's a very simple topic. The whole idea is knowing how to read graphs, looking at graphs and knowing how to read them.